shapes. Santiago, on the other side of your desk, please. He's got a couple of different shapes going on. Brian says that all of his shapes are rectangles because they all have 4 sides. Is he correct? I want you to think about that in your head. I don't want you to answer. I just want you to think about it in your head. All right, I want you to turn and explain what you're thinking to someone at your table. No. Is Brian correct? No. Why?
Because there's only 3 rectangles. There's that and there's...
So wait, he said because they all have 4 sides. Why is that part not correct? Sabrina, why is that part not correct? I thought rectangles did have 4 sides.
They do.
Uh-huh.
Not all of them have like...
All those shapes have 4 sides, and I thought a rectangle had to have 4 sides. Why aren't those all rectangles? Okay, look, what do you think?
Because not all of them have 4 square corners.
Does a rectangle have to have 4 square corners?
Yes!
Yes, a rectangle has to have 4 sides. 4 square, no, you already have it written down. Corners. Are there any other rules or attributes of a rectangle? They do have to have 4 sides, and square corners, and Aiden?
They have to have 2 sets of parallel.
2 sets of parallel lines. We wrote that down yesterday. So if a shape only has 1 of those, does that make it a rectangle? No. It has to have all. So let's go through and see if we can name some rectangles. Let's look at this shape right here.
A rectangle.
Does that shape have 4 sides?
Yes.
Yes. Does that shape have square corners?
Yes.
Yes. 2 sets of parallel lines?
Yes.
Show me with your arms the 2 sets. We have sides, up and down, and we have top and bottom. This is a rectangle. Great job, Brian. 1 rectangle. Let's look at this shape. Does that shape have 4 sides? Yes. Square corners?
No.
Does it have any parallel sides?
Yes.
Show me with your arms if you can find the parallel sides for this shape right here. Top and bottom are not parallel. Look at that shape again. Don't look at each other. Look at the shape. The parallel sides are here and here. Your arms should be going up and down. Are these sides parallel?
Yes.
No. They're going to run into each other. Yeah.
Because it's like this.
So a shape that has 4 sides and 1 set of parallel lines, what's the name of that shape? 4 sides, no square corners, 1 set of parallel lines. What's the name of that shape? Ava? That is a trapezoid, not a rectangle. Alright, let's do this next shape.
Trapezoid.
Does it have 4 sides?
Yes.
Square corners?
Yes.
No. Parallel lines?
Yes.
Yes. Show me with your arms. Where are the... Naviana, stop looking around the room. You need to decide for yourself where are the parallel lines, not just copy what your table's doing. The parallel lines are top and bottom. Those are exactly the same distance apart. What is the name of this shape? Gabriella? Not a rectangle?
Nope.
Not a rectangle. Also a trapezoid. What about this shape? 4 sides?
Yes.
Square corners?
No.
2 sets of parallel lines?
Yes.
Oh, it's got 2 of the things. This does have two sets of parallel lines. This
Oh.
and this is parallel.
Like that.
Top and bottom is parallel. So it has four sides and it has two sets of parallel lines. Are you sure it's not a rectangle? Because it's got two out of the three. Piper, are you sure that's not a rectangle?
Yes.
It is not a rectangle. You have to have all the rules.
To be a rhombus.
That
It's a polygon.
could be.
No, it's not.
It could be a rhombus. It could be a parallelogram. It definitely is a parallelogram. It could be a rhombus. All right, let's look at this shape. Does it have four sides? Yes, it does. It does have four sides. Does it have square corners?
No.
Does it have any parallel lines?
No.
What's the name of this shape? It has a name. And its name is not arrow. You know the name of this shape. You know the name of this shape. If you are talking while I'm talking, that's helpful. Jackson, what's its name? Nope. It is not a parallelogram. A parallelogram would have to have parallel sides. It does not have parallel sides. What is the name of this shape? Colin?
Polygon?
It is a polygon. Is there a better name? There is a better name. Think about what it does have. What does that shape have? Sabrina? Nope. Trapezoid has to have one set of parallel lines. Santiago?
A triangle?
A what? Is that a triangle? Triangles have three sides. And I think we've all determined that has four sides. Ada?
Quadrilateral?
That is a quadrilateral.
What?
What are the rules of a quadrilateral? Somebody raise your hand and tell me. Ada and Rosa?
It has to have four sides.
Four straight sides. Does that have four straight sides?
Yeah.
Yes. Colin, read your desk. Read your desk. So that is a quadrilateral. All right, let's look at our next shape. Does that shape have four sides?
Yes.
Yes. Does that side have four square corners?
Yes.
Any parallel sides?
Yes.
Show me with your arms.
Yes.
I don't need sound effects. There are parallel sides on the side and top and bottom. So is that shape a rectangle?
Yeah.
Yes. What do we know that shape as? Because most of you, if you see that shape, you don't say rectangle, even though it technically is. Brian?
Square.
We normally say square. Just like when I normally call on you, I say Ryan. Could I say, hey, third grader? Yeah. But that's not its best name. That's not your best name. Your best name is Ryan. This is a rectangle, but its best name is square. Last shape. Four sides.
Yes.
Square corners?
Yes.
Two sets of parallel sides.
Yes.
Is that a rectangle?
Yes.
So those are rectangles. Alright, let's review. Attributes. We're not writing, I'm going to write, but please open up your notebook. What are attributes? You're going to see that word. You need to know what that word means. What are attributes? Emily?
They're like the rules that should have followed to be that shape.
Exactly. They are rules of a shape. Attributes are the rules of a shape. What's another word I could use, a synonym for attributes? Naviana? Characteristics. I could say the characteristics of a shape. Sabrina?
They have to follow the rules.
Yep. So the rules. Jackson?
You could call it properties.
Properties. Yep. So attributes are properties, are characteristics, are rules that a shape has to follow to be in that shape category. Just like there are rules you have to do to prove you're a third grader to be in the third grader category. Right? Yeah. What are the attributes of a rectangle? We just reviewed this. Someone tell me. And you can't say one because it's not just one. You got to say them all. It's all or nothing. All right, Piper, give it a go.
It has to have square corners.
Square corners, how many?
4.
4 square corners, good.
It has to have 2 pairs of parallel lines.
Pairs or sets, I like it. Keep going.
And it has to have, it has to be a quadrilateral.
And it has to be a quadrilateral. We could also say it has to be a polygon, but in order to be a quadrilateral, it also is a polygon. Right? Aiden, what's up? Go for it.
Could you also call the
Could I call them laws? Sure. That would work. That would work. What about a parallelogram? That was one that we did yesterday. You might want to re-look at it because sometimes we don't see that shape very often. What are the rules of a parallelogram? If you have no idea, should you be looking in your notebook? Yes. Yes. Madeline, you want to give it a go?
Yeah.
Go for it. Has to be a quadrilateral, which has to have 4 corners, yep. Has to be a polygon. Yep. Nope. Missing one rule, Malin. Think about the name of this shape.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That's the name of it. Parallelogram. What are the rules of a parallelogram? You're missing one. There we go. 2 sets or pairs of parallel lines. Very good. Very good. Colin. All right, we're going to continue. We're going to learn about 2 new shapes today. We're going to do the square and the rhombus. I don't remember which one comes first in our video, but go ahead and open up to our flashes so we are ready to take notes on our square and rhombus.
So you can call a square rectangle and a rectangle square?
No. I can call a square a rectangle, but not all rectangles are squares.
Because they don't have the same length?
Because they don't have the same length size. Yep. So on the outside, let's do some examples. Try your best. Sometimes squares are hard to draw. Okay? Square. Is that a square? Still?
Yeah, just a different size.
Can you get in there?
Yeah. The diamond is a square. A diamond is a square. It's just flipped up.
So a diamond is a made-up shape because that is a square. So when y'all say diamond, what you really mean is sideways square.
But the squares and the diamond.
Okay? Just like if I turn you sideways, you are still Aiden, yes? I don't just all of a sudden start calling you a different name. Sabrina.
Just like it's W, then it's
Sure. So I could call, Colin Murphy, these shapes quadrilaterals. Would that be wrong? No. That's true. Maybe not the best name, but I could say those are quadrilaterals. I could say those are parallelograms. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Those are parallelograms. Not the best name, but those are parallelograms. Sit up. Could I call those rectangles? Yes. Has all the rules of a rectangle. It is a rectangle. It is a rectangle. But that's not its best name. Its best name is square. Square. Are we okay with squares? Alright, we're going to move on to the rhombus. The rhombus, which is a tricky shape. That's okay. I will go ahead and tell you a rhombus is also a quadrilateral. You are writing this under your rhombus, Blackie. It has to have straight 4 sides. It is a quadrilateral. A rhombus does not have to have square corners. A rhombus does not have any square corners. But it does have to have parallel sides. It has to have 2 sets of parallel sides. There's another shape that's a quadrilateral, has no square corners, and has 2 sets of parallel sides. What is that shape? We've learned it already. One of the shapes we've learned has those same rules. The answer is not on my pretty face. It's in your notebook. Paper? Nope. A rectangle has to have square corners. Santiago? Gabriela?
A parallelogram?
It has the same rules as a parallelogram. Go look at your parallelogram rules. Does that look familiar?
Yeah.
I think the only other thing we wrote is polygon, which this is a polygon as well. Now there's one more special rule to make it a little bit different than a parallelogram. One more special rule. It is a fancier parallelogram, just like a square is a fancier rectangle. Sure. Just like a parallelogram, except it's a little bit special in that all of its sides are equal. Breathe. If you want those to go away, breathe. Talking to you, Naviana. Okay? So a rhombus, these are really hard to draw because it's hard to make them even. Still not a very good drawing, but kind of like that. Here's a better rhombus. Okay? They kind of look like a square that someone's pushed over. Yeah, it's like a italicized square. Okay, try your best on the rhombus. Those are hard to draw. Ada, thanks for raising your hand.
I was going to say it has the same rules as a
So, can I call this a trapezoid? No, I can't. It does not have the same rules. What other names can I call a rhombus? I can call it other names. other names can I call it? Eva?
Quadrant.
I can call it a quadrilateral. That is correct. Anything else? Jackson?
Polygon.
I can call it a polygon. Anything else? Hayden?
Parallelogram.
A parallelogram. Very good. Can I call it a rectangle?
Yeah.
Does it have all the rules of a rectangle?
No.
No. So that is not a rectangle. Can I call it a square?
Yes. Yes.
No.
No.
Look at your rules of square.
No.
Does it have all the rules of square?
No.
Does not have those square corners.